In this video, I'm going to talk about a piece of kit that I use for my fitness when I'm down at the recreation ground. And it's one of those basic bits of kit you can get. It's really cheap, but it's much more useful than I thought it would be. When I bought it, I knew I could find a use for it, but I had no idea how integral it would become to my workout routine that I do when I'm at the recreation ground. So this video is primarily about that. I guess this video is good for people who, if you're already doing fitness, and let's say you're about my age, I'm 57, then this might be helpful for you, to have this piece of kit and to gain some ideas from what I tell you about how I use it. But also, hopefully this would be helpful to anyone who is struggling to get started. They don't really know what they can do and they feel a bit self-conscious, and maybe you're not doing any fitness at the moment, maybe you're not doing any running, anything like that, and you're stuck for ideas, you don't know where to start. Well, maybe this could be helpful for that as well. So the big reveal, this piece of kit that I'm talking about, it's basically a cone, or a little set of cones. I'm not sure what the real name is for these items. They're like little plastic cones with a hole in the centre that you place on the ground, and they're like a marker. You just place them out and you run around them, and that's all it is. Hopefully, if I tell you how I've been using them for like the last, I don't know, decade, 15 years, then maybe there's something in that that will spark some ideas for anyone watching this, because I could never have predicted how useful these things are. So a little bit of history of my training, which is that probably 10-15 years ago I used to do sort of jogging. I'd go out and I'd run down the pavement. I lived by the seaside at that point, so I would go and run along the seafront and try and go as far as I could, which wasn't that far, and it was definitely not very fast, because I gave up smoking 13 years ago, and I'd been smoking for 28 years, so my lungs aren't in the greatest of shape. And yeah, so I used to just try and jog as much as I could, and then when I did give up smoking, I then gained some weight, and I wanted to lose that weight. So the jogging was one of the key ways that I tried to burn extra calories. And at a certain point, I can't remember how many years ago it was, I realised I had to stop doing that. I couldn't run on concrete anymore, because my knees and my ankles and all the bones in my legs were telling me. They were telling me that, look mate, you're too old now, you can't be doing this anymore. And I really didn't want to have something drastic happen, like a knee replacement or knee injuries, which would then put me out of action for months and months, and I'd put loads of weight on and everything would be wasted. So I had to come up with some sort of solution, and the solution I got was just don't run on concrete anymore. So I just started, I still run on the treadmill at the gym, but generally speaking I run on the grass because it's softer most of the time. So, oops, getting attacked by some reeds here. I tend to run on the grass at the recreation ground. And if someone was just starting, one of the things that used to put me off a bit was, I was a bit self-conscious. So if I went down to the local park, I tend to try and do it at a time when I know there wouldn't be many people there. I didn't mind if there were other people who were into fitness, but it's not very nice if there's a lot of families or a bunch of young kids hanging around and you want to train down there. So, one of the key things is to find the right place. And where I am now, it's perfect, because this recreation ground is very quiet, and it's a proper sports ground, so there's no dogs there, you don't get any mess on the ground. Yeah, I'll just stop here for a moment just so I can show you the view. Isn't that nice? So I made a sort of rule that I would generally only run on grass, and pretty much now my I take a fair bit of kit down to the park with me now when I train. I do take some dumbbells, I take a skipping rope, I take push-up bars, and these cones. Whoops. But primarily I'm there for the running. That's what I'm there for, is to get some steps in. And because I'm not that young, there's quite a bit of walking as well. I do running and then walking, running and walking. And it's just about getting the steps in. It's just about getting some movement, keeping everything working for as long as I can, having it working as well as it can. It needs movement, you know. When I'm working at home, I'm sitting down a lot, I'm sedentary. And I think if you want to have a long, healthy life, if you don't want to have these big operations that people have at my age, if you want to keep the weight off, you've just got to keep moving. You've got to find ways to do it. And that's why little things like these cones are really important, because, you know, some people think when you get into fitness you've got to have all this really fancy equipment and stuff, and you can go crazy if you want. You can spend thousands on the latest programmable tech. You don't need that. And I think a better approach is to use as little kit as possible, because then the focus is on you and your mind, on getting yourself out there and getting stuff done. It's not on having the greatest equipment, because that's not going to get you fit. What gets you fit is moving, and that takes your mind, getting yourself out there in all weathers, when you don't feel like it, all the rest of it. It's about consistently getting out there and doing the work. So since I've been running on the grass, at some point I decided, hey, why don't I try getting these cones? Because I was going to the park and I was thinking, well, what shall I do? Shall I run round and round? You know, and it's not very inspiring, you know, and you get bored. And you want to sort of have a set amount of minutes that you typically do there, so that you can push yourself to do those minutes every time. And I typically go for like an hour. On a good day I'll do an hour and 10 minutes. But it is all about measuring. It's about having some numbers to work with. It's about knowing how long you want to be there, how many steps you're doing, how many sort of lengths or widths of a field you're running. So with these cones, I basically it starts with just having two of them. You just want two of them, X amount of meters apart. And as soon as I get there and I've warmed up and done some stretches, I put the first two out and I just start walking between them. And as I'm walking, I'm doing a few more stretches. I'm waving my arms around, rotating my shoulders and things just to get warmed up. But it's just, what I found after so much time of doing this is that it's about getting in the zone. I do a lot of thinking when I'm working out. I'm always training on my own. So it's really valuable time for me, you know. And if I do the kind of exercise where I don't have to think too much, where I just have a sort of routine that I just keep repeating and just pushing a little bit to try and do some new stuff occasionally, then I can get in that zone and I can do all sorts of things. I can solve a lot of problems. I can think about work issues and do some dictation on my phone when I've thought of something really important. You know, I can basically work while I'm training. And if it's not work related, then it's just kind of like deep meditation, really, where I'm thinking really deeply about things, and I'm in a place where I'm not getting disturbed. I'm in a natural environment where there's some bird song, I'm touching grass, you know, all these different factors, all these different ways that my senses are being kind of massaged, you know. You can get into a really nice sort of meditative state where you think on a different level. You solve problems in a much better way than if I carried on sitting at my desk in my home office. It's not the best place for me to do deep thinking. There's distractions and it's not like this kind of environment. This environment with the grass, with the fresh air and the birds, there's a cuckoo over there cuckooing, things like that. I find that really helps me to get in a different mindset. So I use that. I use it for going out and doing fitness and keeping fit. I use it for releasing the build-up of pressure and stress from daily life. I use it to get those steps in, but I also use it to get in that zone so that I can not only bash out the exercise I want to do, but I can also think in a different way where I solve a lot of problems. So I find that the cones actually play into that by having these cones where if I don't think about what I'm doing, I'm literally just going backwards and forwards between the two cones, and I'll try and jog as much as I can between them, and when I just need a little rest, then I'll walk. But most of the time I'm jogging or just alternating, like jog 2 lengths and then walk 1, then jog 1 length, sprint 1 back, and then walk. Just those really simple things, but they do make a huge difference. And I'm maybe not doing the best job of explaining that difference yet, but how much risk is there in trying this? If you're already going to a park and running around, how much risk is there for you to spend, I don't know, £8 or £10 at Amazon, buy a little pack of these cones, and just see what you can do with them. So secondly, as well as having these 2 cones, I take another 5 and I just create a little Zig-Zag Course, and I sometimes run that little Zig-Zag Course. Other times I dribble the football around the cones. Typically what I would do is dribble with my left foot the one way, and then when I come back, use my right foot. And I'm not planning on being a footballer anytime soon. I think those days have gone for me. But the reason I'm doing this is because if you think about it from a sort of physiological perspective, is that the right word? The point of doing it is that when I dribble with my left foot, my right leg is doing all the work of supporting me and keeping me upright. The left foot is partly doing that, but partly controlling the football. So as I go around these cones in a zigzag pattern, I'm using all the muscles of my legs, or a hell of a lot of them, a lot more than I would just running in a straight line. And that's the whole point of it. The point is to keep my body functioning as well as possible, to burn off energy, burn off some built up stress and things like that, and to come back healthier than when I left, and as healthy as possible, and to feel good mentally. And the more muscles that I use in my body, I think the more I feel good mentally. When I come back and I feel quite exhausted, then that seems to have an effect on my brain as well. That feeling of like exhaustion is what leaves me satisfied and happy, and it's firing those nice chemicals inside my brain that are there to reward me and say, hey, keep doing this for the rest of your life if you can. So we have the zigzag cones as well. As I said, I sometimes dribble the football, I run in a zigzag pattern. I also do what they call a farmer's carry, where I pick up my 2 dumbbells and I just walk in a zigzag around them, and I do different things. For 1 lap, I'll just hold them low. For the second lap, I'll hold them up here almost in a shoulder press position. And then sometimes I'll do it with half a bicep curl, where I'm just holding one of the dumbbells like that. So because I'm only holding one and the other one's hanging down, it's putting my body off balance. So I'm having to use my leg muscles to work a bit harder to support me. So basically it's pretty much a back and leg exercise when you do the farmer's carry, I think. But it's just this bit of variation, just having these little ideas in your locker, little things that you've tried that you quite like doing. As soon as you get a bit bored of doing something for 10 minutes, you just switch, pick up the dumbbells, do something different. But it's always using the cones and this back and forward thing of having the cones. My cones are probably 10 or 15 meters apart, the main 2 ones. Just going back and forth between those 2, you can just do that on autopilot without thinking. And that's the goal. The goal is to just get going and just do it, and enjoy it, and get those steps in, get the heartbeat up, work the lungs, get the blood pumping around, just give your system a good workout. And these things help. It's just, for what they cost, for the effort of carrying them there in a little bag, it makes a big difference compared to just going there without any kit. Just going there and thinking, okay, what shall I do now? I don't even have to think that. I go there, and every time I'm there, I already know what I'm going to do. I put the cones out and I get started straight away. So that's pretty much it, really. I just wanted to talk about these cones, tell you how good they are, how much I appreciate them, show my gratitude for the little things in life, and maybe just spark some ideas with people. Because as I said, you know, when you go to the park and you don't really know what you're doing, it's easier to feel self-conscious, and if you feel self-conscious, it's easier to give up and go home. But that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to find a way to just get it done regularly, and anything that helps you to do that is a good thing. So I believe I bought mine from Amazon. I got mine from Amazon. Maybe I'll put a link in the description, so if you want to buy them yourself, you could maybe help me out and go through my link to buy them, and I'll get a little commission for it. And if you've used these cones and you've got good ideas about what to do with them, maybe tell me some in the comments, share them with others. And if you've got any other ideas of what you do when you're down the park, when you're running around, what is it you do that you absolutely love, that you do every time you're there, that just gets those steps in and gets your body working? What is it that you do? Let me know. I'll try and answer anyone who lets me know. Thanks for watching this one. If you got all the way to the end here, if you liked it, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.